What do you think the biggest driver for gold will be in 2012 and the biggest headwind if you had to pick just one?
I think the overt one is the possible ramifications of the Eurozone sovereign debt crisis. If we move into a period of stagnation, possible deflationary, disinflationary environment, that could prove quite difficult for gold, especially if that means we're going to see a period of dollar strength.
What would be the biggest driver then, perhaps the biggest catalyst?
I think any kind of wobble as regards funding the US deficit. The absolute scale of the US deficit dwarfs any other country, and I think if there are any concerns about funding that, if China decides to stop buying or whatever, could get very interesting for gold. And I think as we're moving towards a presidential election, you may not see the level of concerted cooperative political action that would be required within the US to tackle that structural deficit.
What is your average gold price target for 2012 and what would be the high and low end?
We're looking at about $1,760 for the full year average, so $200 up on last year. The lows we would expect to see at some point during the first half, and it wouldn't surprise us if we get back below $1,600. Some people are even saying, and I wouldn't necessarily disagree with them, that we could get back down to, say, $1,550. The markets are very volatile, and so you could see sudden drops down to such levels. As regards the top, I think towards the back end of this year, we should be over $1,900, and it's quite possible we could even get just over the $2,000 level.
When does the gold bull market end, and what will signal the end?
We think the peak would be towards the end of this year, or maybe sometime in the first half of next year. And I think it's anything that really signals to the markets that the structural imbalances and the various problems affecting the strength of various currencies are moving behind us, that we are moving beyond this current financial crisis situation. But I think one overt trigger that is worth looking for is the start of a serious ratcheting up of interest rates, because for gold investment to be popular, you do need very low interest rates.